over here. This one can go over here. Hey everybody, I'm Bonnie Gillespie. Thank you for tuning in. If you are watching in replay over at Facebook, you can put in hashtag replay and I will circle back around and answer any questions that you might have from the replay. And if you're watching anywhere where there are not comments open in the replay, come on over to my Facebook page where comments remain open because I can't chase the comments all over the freaking internet. We are broadcasting to YouTube. We are broadcasting to Facebook. We are broadcasting to bonniegillespie.com/live. And I think that we are all good for all the places. Let me know if you could see me and hear me. Stephanie is here saying hello on Facebook. I am using a slightly different setup than last time to see if it fixes a couple of problems that we were having with that other setup. And also I'm going to share my screen, which I can't do in all the different setups. So fingers crossed on that. Have you hugged yourself today? Beautiful people. I would love to know because that's an important one. Even if you've already done it, do it again. Hi, Lauren. Good to see you. Beautiful people. Hello, Jeanine. Jeannie, I believe. But you'll let me know if I have that slightly off. I'm not seeing a YouTube comment yet, but I am trusting that we are pushing through to all the places. Hello, Lisa. We are doing a woo broadcast today. I'm excited. I hope y'all excited too. Hi, Maggie. Thanks for joining us. You need to have something with you to participate today fully. Obviously, you can just be here and soak up the brilliance. You don't have to have your homework done, and there's no homework. I just gave you a PDF in the Bond Blast and over at my website at bonniegillespie.com, but let me put the link here in the chat, and Lenka is here helping me, and she will also pop links in throughout at, I believe, both Facebook and YouTube. Not sure if YouTube is connected, but that's okay. That's okay. There is a link I just popped in for you to grab your March Aligned Hustle calendar. And here's what's up with that. We are going to go through my Aligned Hustle calendar, which is, it's a subscription you can get. So if you're like, I love this calendar and I want to have this all the time, always, great, you can get it. It's available at the Self Management for Actors store for an annual subscription, and I send you this every month. And along with 4 MP3s that explain how to use this calendar. But I'm giving this March one out because I want to show you how we can rig so much in our favor when it comes to the woo. And that's for me what the power of the woo is not just what's your sign and what are you most likely to do if you encounter this kind of situation, what's the kind of thing that fires you up, what makes you want to fight, what makes you want to love, all that stuff is incredibly interesting as well. But I love looking at the calendar and knowing what kind of day the tone is set for. And here's what I mean by that. Your natal chart, that thing that is cast when you are born, that moment that you draw first breath, and there is this exact moment in time where all the planets are where they are, and there's a snapshot of what that looks like from your position on the planet at the exact moment that it happens. That is your natal chart. I like to look at that as the terrain. That is your that is your environment. That is the space in which you were created in terms of the woo. And then we have the daily transits. We have the things that are going on out in the worlds right now. Where are the various planets? Where are they connecting and aspecting other planets? And where are they aspecting our natal placements? That's the weather. That's the weather. So all I'm doing when I'm taking a look at what the moon is up to, always got to pay attention to the moon because we know the moon takes care of a lot of rhythms that we follow here in our lives. We use the sun as our biggest calendar, obviously, because it tells us what day it is and whether it's this season or that season or the other season or the other season. We use these things already. The luminaries are already things that we use. Hi, Michael, reporting in at YouTube. Fabulous. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. We use these already, but what if we could lean into what some of the woo interpretation means for what kind of day we're going to have. And so this is where I really get lit up and excited, because I'm a data junkie and I love to track the patterns in my own life and then notice where those patterns are actually showing me something that becomes predictive. And honestly, that's what astrology is. And I had no idea growing up, the astrologer's daughter, my mom. I see my Aunt Jean is here. Hi, Aunt Jean. I love you so much. And I agree. My mom would be incredibly proud getting to see this happen. Yes, indeed. And she is. I know that as I'm studying and learning, she is definitely very much a part of all of this. I grew up in a world where we had conversations about what all of this meant. And so it wasn't strange to me to, have a fight at school, bullies picking on me, whatever, the usual, the stuff that everybody goes through. And instead of the usual parenting thing of, oh, honey, they're just jealous, my mom would say, well, honey, your Venus is afflicted in Leo. And I didn't know what that meant, but I learned what that meant. And it allowed me to let myself off the hook for some of the stress that I was adding to myself, honestly, because most stress is self-inflicted. And I was very much sensitive to things that were going on in ways that didn't make sense until I could look at them astrologically and go, well, yeah, you look at where these placements are in your chart that make it so that you are going to be picking up on other people's stuff and not always your own. And that's a lot of weather coming at you. So looking at what's happening day to day as a weather report and knowing when you need to take an umbrella, to me, that's just smart. That's just smart. So the data of this is where I really love to go. So please tell me if you've gotten your March 2021 calendar. I was riffing a little bit at the top to give you time to grab it. The link is in the comments, so please scroll back to grab that if you don't already have it. I'm about to share my screen because we are going to do some predictive work based on the woo of the days. And I'm going to start by telling you about today, because that's easy. We're in today. We're living it. We're experiencing it. I would also love to know if, okay, Michael says I've got it. Great. Thrilled to know that. Thank you, Scott. It's so good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wonderful, beautiful. Okay, let me see. What did Jennifer say? And Jean, yes. Very nice. Okay, beautiful. Oh, Jean. Okay, like it's French. Yes, Jean, of course. Yes, Jean. Got it. Thank you so much for that pronunciation. Lenka has dropped the link again if you didn't see it in the comments previously. That's right, because during the live stream, scrolling through, not as easy. Okay, great. Got it. Okay, so I am going to ask you to take a look at my screen. You should right now be looking at, let me know please, confirm in the chat that you are looking at my March 2021 calendar. This is, in fact, my Aligned Hustle calendar, which we've got the link for you in the comments there. Thank you, Stephanie, for confirming. Beautiful. All right, what we're going to do is take a look at Tuesday the 9th, right here, March 2021. I've already told you up top, this is an 8-month and a 5-year. You know from the subscription, if you have it, that numerologically, and I also have posts out there about the numerology of all this, that an 8-month, 8 is a power number. It is butterfly coming out of the cocoon. There's a lot of leadership and being seen in an 8-month or day or year. And this is a 5-year, which means this year has the tone of fun and rebellion and a little recklessness and some childlike glee and performance. And of course, compared to 2020, which was a 4-year, which is the year of hard work, yeah, no question. There is definitely a distinct difference in that. All right, so taking a look over here at our the 9th of March, 2021. All right, we've got Bond live stream, 12 p.m. PST, done. Check, that's where I am. How did I know to schedule this live stream for this day? Here's what I take a look at. Each day of the week has a different tone, has a different vibe, because each day of the week is ruled by a different planet. So on Tuesday, we are in Mars's day, and Mars is the planet of war. Mars loves to fight. Mars loves to get frisky. Mars likes to assert. Mars likes to be confident and out in the world fighting the good fight. Mars is a really good time to start things because it does have that energy of initiation. So Tuesday is, of course, a good day to do things that are outward facing, like what I'm doing right now. And it is also an 8 numerologically. That's this tiny little number over in the bottom corner. So an 8 day is numerologically, the butterfly emerges from the cocoon. It's a time to be seen. It's a time to stretch your wings. It's a time to be confident and have that power and authority and leadership. So I've got Tuesday being Mars Day. I've got the 8 numerology going for me. And then we went into an Aquarius moon late last night here in LA and obviously earlier in other places in the world. Aquarius moon. Aquarius is known for its chattiness and ability to communicate to a community at large using lots of innovation and doing a lot of hashtag creating the Hollywood we want in terms of a utopian society and what we can create together for a better world. And so with all that in mind, this is why I knew I could, looking at my calendar a year ago, schedule today's live stream and confidently feel like I can show up here ready to speak extemporaneously. I'm not going to trip over my words as much as I would if I were in a moon that is not so great with the words, Pisces, and other ones as well, but especially Pisces. I also knew with it being an 8 that I could speak authoritatively, so I could choose my topic based on something that I feel a lot more enoughness behind, or if I don't have high enoughness behind it, I will because of the day, because I already have that going for me versus maybe a 2 day. 2 numerologically is going to give me the opportunity to explore my self-doubt, to question myself, to wonder if I actually know what I think I know. So why would I want to show up for a conversation in a public facing way like this on a day when I already know I'm going to be a little more doubtful? On a day where I know I'm going to be a little more doubtful, I'm going to pick an activity like having a team meeting where we take a look at one of our systems. Okay, so now I'm like laying out a couple things here. So a 2 day numerologically would be when I'm feeling a little more doubt. Let's set a team meeting. So team activities, that's an Aquarius moon thing as well. That's pretty good. And let's do it on a day that is ruled by Saturn, because Saturn is all about systems and getting under the hood and making sure that things work the way we think they're supposed to. Okay, so you're like, great, Bonnie, this is fantastic because you know all these things. Help me know these things. Okay, I'm ready to help you know these things. Are you ready? Excited? Tell me what it is that you want to be able to do, and let me tell you what you're looking for schedule-wise to make sure that that works the best it possibly can. So is it an audition? Is it a conversation with a loved one? Is it breaking up with an agent? Is it getting your website overhauled? You know, obviously there are big picture things like Mercury goes retrograde and we want to avoid anything that is too technical during Mercury retrograde because it can make things go a little wonky. Lenka would like to know about content creation. Thank you, Lenka. Okay, great. So let's drop in on the calendar again and take a look at content creation. For me is going to be when I am feeling creative, and she didn't say specifically being on camera, but let's assume we want to be on camera for content creation because that also includes Laura doing a self-tape. So let's take that together and say that we're doing some content creation. It's going to be on camera. I want to know a day when I'm going to look good on camera. I am going to choose something that is probably in the Leo department because a Leo moon loves to be seen. A Leo moon loves to strut. A Leo moon is confident. A Leo moon has a great hair day. Like a Leo moon just has all like headshot sessions scheduled under Leo moon. Yes, check. Ideally on a Friday, because a Friday is a Venus day. Venus is also all about beauty and love and appreciation of value. And so those can be a really good 1-2 punch. If you can find a Leo moon on a Friday and on a number that is numerologically aligned for creating content, which would be like a 3, maybe a 1. 3 is fantastic for manifesting and being creative. 5 can be incredibly playful. 8, as we've already talked about, is a spread your wings like the butterfly, be seen. Like these are all great numbers to look for creating content being seen. I'm not seeing that combination on this calendar. So what I'm going to do is go, great. Well, Leo moon to me personally, again, this comes back to the tracking patterns. I know for me personally, a Leo moon is going to be a more powerful option of all the things. And so it's like, I don't first look for a number 8 numerologically. I first look for a Leo moon, and then I look for a day of the week. Then I look for the numerology. Like I layer them on, but I always know Leo moon for me is going to be the most powerful thing. So I go right here to where Leo moon changes on the 23rd of March, midday. Late in the day, most places, and in the evening in the UK. And so I go, let's see, Leo moon on the 23rd, 4-day is hard work. And that Leo moon doesn't change until kind of late in the day. So depending on where I am, what I'm going to look for is the 24th, because on the 24th, look at that. I already have Bond live streaming on here. Hang on. How did I already know to set myself up for live streaming during a Leo moon? Because I'm the astrologer's daughter. So March 24th, Leo moon, Wednesday, ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, technology. It's how we think. It's how we learn. It's how we communicate what we think and what we think we know and what we believe. All of those things are very Mercury based. And then the day is A5, which is playful energy, rebellious, reckless. It's also a great spotlight day. 5 is fantastic for being seen. Boom. That is going to be the day, the 24th of March, that you want to do your forward-facing content creation, being seen, do any self-tapes, like stack them there. If you also want to shoot headshots, even the selfies that you take that day, you're like, I don't even need a filter. I just look this damn good. That's how this works. And of course, it's Katie's birthday. And because it's Katie's birthday, extra plus bonus. Yes, cool, right? Now, here's where we go. Let me give you some guides on this. Let's do the days of the week. So just write on your calendar, write in your notebook, write on this calendar. If it's me, I write on this calendar that I've given you, right across the top of the days. I write these things. Here we go. Sunday is the sun's day. Like it's right there in the name. So you want to do sun facing things. You want to do things that feel aligned with the sun, which is bright and basky and being seen and being lit up and being motivated and being led by faith, having that gravitational pull, like all of the things that the sun is about. Like Sunday's a great day for sun-like activities. On Monday, we have Moon's Day. Monday, Moon's Day. Yes, Monday is the Moon's Day. Monday has been my day off for decades. Like I don't do people things on Mondays. And I hadn't even gotten back into the astrology stuff enough for me to understand that I was creating an aligned calendar that I don't like to do. I just knew it doesn't feel good to me to people on a Monday. Everybody's in a more hectic space on Monday. The patriarchy requires that we show up and hustle on a Monday. We are programmed to hate Mondays and dread them. And there's just this angst about all the things that sat over the weekend and the culture that doesn't make sense to me anyway, because, you know, hashtag artist life. I've never had that kind of schedule or requirement that I run my life on that kind of clock. It's part of why I built my own empire, so I don't have to do that shit. But Mondays for me have always felt like sleep in, work out, do some yoga, go to the day spa, get a massage, take a bubble bath, do some journaling. Guess what? Monday, Moon's Day, that is what the moon would like you to do. The moon would love for you to do things that are way more self-care and way less peopling. Taking care of other people, that's not Monday's business. Monday's business is self-care. And who knew? I was setting up my calendar for that before I even knew that that's Monday ruled by the moon. So there's that. Tuesday, Mars Day. It's how we kicked off this broadcast. It's how the Bond Blast started up last night, with the Mars energy being about starting things. Mars is the war planet. So of course it's all about assertion and a little bit aggression. It is a way more confident set point than a Monday. And so Tuesday's a fantastic day for taking leadership and showing authority and initiating things, starting new projects, doing things that feel a little more assertive in energy. And Wednesday, we move into Mercury's Day, which we talked about on the 24th of March, and what a great day that is for content creation and self-taping. So Wednesdays, Mercury's Day. Mercury's great about communication, about thinking, about learning. This is a great time to teach a class, take a class, do a TED Talk. You're not going to trip over your words as much on a Mercury day because Mercury is great with the words. So especially if you know you easily get tongue-tied and you can set up a meeting with an agent or manager and you want to be able to like get your brand prov like lit, you want to be really good at how that stuff goes, set it up for a Wednesday, because the Wednesday is already set up for you to succeed, not fail at using your words and articulating what it is that's important to you. So then, of course, we further layer that with the numerology and the moon, but we're going to do that after I get through each of these days. Thursday, you're writing across the top of your calendar there that on Thursday, this is Jupiter's day. So on Jupiter's day, we're going to be a little self-indulgent. We're going to be a little overindulgent, perhaps. I don't know how many times before I got sober that Thursday would be some big drinking night for some reason. It's like, oh, the weekend's almost here. And so I would go out. Thirsty Third Thursday was all right. It's right there. We were going out on any month with 5 Thursdays on Thirsty Third Thursday and partying it up. Thursday, Jupiter likes to indulge. Thursday, of course, with Jupiter is also the planet of abundance, planet of prosperity. So there's a lot of good luck around Thursday, but it can also just be doing the most, because that's what Jupiter is. It's like, what can I add glitter to here? That's a very Thursday vibe, very Jupiter vibe. Friday, we've got Venus. You heard me mention that before as well. So, and Laura says, Thursday's always been my favorite day. That's great. And of course, isn't your company Jupiter rising, right? I believe I have that right. I know it's Jupiter something like that. That is, of course, where your energy goes. You already have that alignment. It's right there. It's brilliant. I love it. So on Friday, we've got Venus. Venus is all about beauty and love and values and how we are valued, how we value other things, how we see beauty, how we are loved. This is where your love language gets dialed in. So Friday is a fantastic time to do things that are like date night. If you're single and trying to be seen, Friday's a great time for that to feel like it's more lovey-dovey and appreciation based and not going to be at Jupiter house. Thank you, Laura. Okay, Jupiter house. And it's going to have that resonance that is, it's so beautiful when things are in tune with one another. Venus just sees everything as beautiful as they possibly can be. So Friday's a really great day for that. And of course, we always look forward to Friday. And then Saturday finally is Saturn's day, right there. It's in the name. Saturday is Saturn's day, and Saturn is all about structure and order and respecting what it is that you came here to do. So Saturday can be a really great day for restricting things. There are people who fast on a Saturday because Saturn likes things stripped down to the bones. Saturn likes things to be simplified. Saturday is a great day to declutter. Saturday is a great day to go through your systems and look at simply what is working and what is not. So that is all what Saturn is great at. So we've got the days of the week. Now let's do the numerology. What do we want to look for based on what it is that we're doing? So a 1 day is going to be great at starting something. It's going to have that assertive energy. It's going to have that I'm ready to plant some seeds vibe. That 1 energy is great at initiating, just kind of like that Mars day. So if you have a Mars day plus a 1, boom, boom. And especially under something like an Aries moon, woo! Unstoppable get shit done energy on that combination. But I'm combining. Let me back up and just do the numerology. On a 2 day, you're looking at that self-doubt. You get a little less confident about the things that you were confident about the day before. So on a 2 day, there is this need to kind of check your gut and check your emotions and see if you are feeling as aligned with what you started on a 1 day as like, does it feel as connected and aligned on a 2 day as it did on the 1 day? Because it's almost like that 1 energy is, I don't like to use gender binaries and I'm really trying to get out of that habit, but it's as if the 1 day is very masculine and the 2 day is very feminine. But what that means to me is go within and check my my body talk, like what is happening within me about this topic or this issue, and rather than seeing it as something that's doubtful, it's more of just looking at things from a different angle, and one that we're not very well trained to look at. However, it's the one that is most native to our souls to be able to look at things through that lens. And so we're retraining ourselves, reparenting ourselves, deprogramming the patriarchy in ourselves to align more with that 2 energy. On a 3-day, this is a manifestation day, a very lucky day. If I could have a 3-day that is a Thursday because it's Jupiter's day, again, amazing. And then let's see if I could do what would be, I would love a Taurus moon that's a 3 numerology on a Thursday. That is like abundant and rich and just filled with luck. I would seriously play the lottery that day, because that Taurus moon is all about brilliance with money and investments, and things that make us feel luxurious and taken care of in just some really refined ways. So that combination, again, I'm combining, I can't help it, it's the way my brain works. But that 3 energy is great for collaborations, for group work, for anything that you can be doing with a group of pals that you can collaborate with, like put on a show. It's a fantastic time to be seen as well. A 4-day is hard work. As I mentioned, 2020 was a 4 year. In a day of hard work, a year of hard work, that 4 energy, it's, you're building things. You are putting shit together. You are rolling up the sleeves and doing the work of it. And for some people that can be really hard and something that we push against. And for others of us, we've learned to love a 4 year, because it's like, great, I'm going to get so much knocked off my to-do list. So a 4-day can be really great for, like, I love a 4-day under an Aries moon. Or a Virgo moon. 4-day under a Virgo moon, phenomenal, because it allows me to just get that checklist and boom, 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 boom through everything. Absolutely love that. The 5-day is a little rebellious, because you've worked so hard on the 4-day that on the 5-day you're like, I need to party. I need to just bask and be seen in a way that is more frisky and frolicky and fun and more childlike and more playful. So that 5 energy can be incredibly rebellious, but it can also just be really fun and glee filled. So that's a fantastic energy around throwing a party, or hosting a gathering that is meant to make people feel energized and filled with joy. I would love to align a 5 with a Sunday. Because that's such a celebration of what life is. A 6 is the numerology of repair. It is domestic in tone. It means that we are getting our house in order. This is very house and home, family, yes, also, partnership to some extent. It's really like, get your house in order. Like, how are things around the home? How are my daily rituals and daily practices? So the 6 energy is fantastic for health and healing. The 7 energy is great for going within. 7 is not a great day to go do forward-facing things. 7 asks you to turn within in a very spiritual way. The 7 energy is introspective. It is a little existential. It wants to know, am I aligned? And what is it that I'm here to do? It is the cocoon. It is very much a self-care day. The 8, of course, following the cocoon, is the emergence of the butterfly and spreading the wings. And so how well did you do on that 7-day to make it so that on the 8-day you have healthy wings that can spread and be seen and sustain you in flight? So the 8 is a leadership day. It is a power day. If you are not in a position of power, it can sometimes be power used against you. And so it's an important time on that 7-day to really fortify your power and to own your strength, because you will need it on an 8-day. And then on a 9-day, this is an end of a 9-day cycle, or a 9-month cycle, or a 9-year cycle. The 9 energy is all about closing things off, decluttering, letting things go. It's a death energy, and I don't mean that to scare you or sound morbid. It's just so much more of we are closing up this cycle. What can we cut? And so I love a 9 on a Saturday. Oh my gosh, a 9 on a Saturday under a Scorpio moon is phenomenal for rooting out things that need to be let go of and then letting go of those things. Oh my gosh, especially if it's a full moon. Oh my God, that's like fire right there. Love all of that. And also there are signs that are better at letting go than a Scorpio. The reason I chose that one is that Scorpio will root to the bottom of things. It's not so great at the letting go, but maybe under that Scorpio moon, you root through to some things at the bottom of the issues that can be let go of because of that 9, because of that Saturn's day. Whew. So now we've done 2 layers. We've done the days of the week, what planets rule them. We've done the numerology. Now let's go through these moons. Are you getting hand cramp yet? Let me check the comments. I want to make sure y'all are doing okay. Let's see. Stephanie says, me and Mercury get along well. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Katie says, my Mars puckered chart loves Tuesdays. Go figure. There you go. There you go. That's right. Of course, Aries, you've got that Mars ruler right there. Lenka says, I love Saturdays and Thursdays for some reason. So Lenka, interestingly enough, both Saturn and Jupiter are outer planets that do big picture things. And so the fact that you picked your Jupiter day, your Saturn day and your Jupiter day as the 2 that you've listed doesn't surprise me at all. Those are big picture things. And you as an Aries are really good at micro, little, small picture things. And so you love these days that are helping you feel better sourced for seeing bigger picture things. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Cool. That's okay, Stephanie. We will have a replay for you, darling. Not a problem. Okay, good, Heather. Good. Fabulous. Yeah, Patsy, we'll have a replay available for you. No problem. I'm not going to be taking this down. Okay. Liana, you look at my calendar for the little numbers that are at the bottom right corner of each box. That's the numerology of the day. And the way that that's calculated is we take that day as if that were someone's birthday and we add it down just using numerology. If you Google Bonnie Gillespie numerology, I have a lot of videos out there already that tutor this. But I also have a free training series, which Lenka can drop the link in, hopefully at Facebook and YouTube. It's bonniegillespie.com/free astro. I think I can also do that. So let me take advantage of the fact that I also have that power. And there's in that series information about the numerology process and how to do that. You're absolutely welcome. So here's let's just do today, March 9th, 2021. So I start with the year 2021. Add that down to a single digit. 2021. Add that down to a single digit. That's a 5, right? 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's a 5. March is a 3, right? It's the 3rd month. When we write it, it's 3. So I'm going to add that 3 to that 5, and that makes March of 2021 an 8. Again, this is right up at the top of the calendar. It says this is an 8 month in a 5 year. I've already done the math for you. Okay, great. So I know I'm dealing with an 8 month in a 5 year, and now I want to add the 9th to this situation. So we've gotten it down to an 8 already, and then I want to add a 9 to the 8. When we add 8 and 9, we get, help me here, do we get 18? 8 and 9? And then I have that wrong. 17? 17. Thank you. Okay, when we add 8 and 9, we have 17, but that's 2 numbers. And I need to get down to 1. So I add the 1 and the 7. There's my 8. There's my 8 right there. So if someone were born today, they would be born an 8. That would be their numerological set point, their life number. So that's how we figure that out. But also you can just get my calendar. In fact, let me put the link to the subscription to the calendar for those of you who want to get this sent to you along with MP3s to walk you through all of the woo-woo of this. Every month I have this subscription for you, but you can get this March calendar. Hopefully you already have that and you're operating off that right now. And then yes, you can do all of this on your own. You don't need the calendar. Well, not all of this. I give you a lot more detail than just that, as you could see from that calendar, but I know everybody's got a different speed for wanting to do that. Some people love to know the why behind the what and get in there and figure it out too. And others are like, Bonnie, just tell me which day I need to shoot headshots, which I'm doing. I'm actually building an offering that is going to be a monthly calendar that it doesn't include all this detail. It's just going to say, today is a day to be seen. Today is a day to shoot headshots. Today is a day to drop your agent. Today is a day to find the love of your life. Today, like, I'm just going to have those out on the calendar as the weather report. And then I'm going to have a different version of that calendar available for a different price if you give me your chart, if you give me your birth information, and then that calendar will be customized to you. That not just this is the weather of the day, it will be this is the weather for you, KD. This is what you need to be doing, Stephanie. Like it is specifically going to use your astrology and mark each day of the month. Not each day as to what it's best for, but it's going to pick auspicious days within that coming month for all the kinds of activities that you've told me you want to do. And so this is going to be a thing we're rolling out in honor of Aries season kicking off on the 20th of March. So be on the lookout for that, because I'm going to be building that like crazy in the creative cave over the next little bit. I know, Jennifer, isn't that amazing? I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. And we'll also do a version of that comes with a reading with me so that you can have a one-on-one going over your chart to kick off your year of this offering. But anyway, more details to come about that. All right, so let's go through the moons. And I know we have one moon, but we're going through the moon, going through all the signs, and I see those as different moons because each sign has a different flavor for the moon, and the moon changes every 2.5 days. It changes sign every 2.5 days, which means in a week, you can have 3 different moon vibes. And so there's a rhythm to this, and it happens all year long. It happens your whole freaking life, that there is this rhythm of I've got 2.5 days of this, and then 2.5 days of this, and then 2.5 days of this. And then the next week, I've got 2.5 days of this, and 2.5 days of this, and 2.5 days of this. This is why, by the way, you can, like pre-quarantine times, you can RSVP for a party because you're so feeling like you would love a party. And then the party rolls around a few days later and you're like, I don't want to go. What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. The moon moved from Gemini to Cancer. If you're Bonnie Gillespie, you don't say yes to that party until you look at your woo calendar and see, wait, that party is taking place on a Cancer moon, 7 numerology. I will not be RSVPing yes, because I already know, because of what I know about the woo, that 7 energy is going to want me to go within, and that Cancer moon is going to want me to stay close to home. I will not be peopling on that day. Thank you so much for inviting me to your party. I will not be there. I never write checks that my ass can't cash, because I can look at my woo calendar and know I am not going to be sourced for the kind of energy that activity requires because of the numerology and the moon and the planet that rules that day. Okay, so let's do the moons. You ready? Ready? We got 12 of them. And remember, if you get lost or miss anything, there will be a replay. You're fine. I got you. I even have a whole woo playlist at YouTube. So all my woo shit is on one playlist at YouTube, and also of course in my membership, which you are welcome to join. In fact, if you let's do a commercial for that for a second. If you would like, I'm going to drop another link. If you would like to join me in the Aligned Advantage membership, it is there on this page, where I will also give you a You in the Stars customized report to your natal chart and your numerology that you were born into as a bonus for enrolling in Aligned Advantage, where we meet every month on a Zoom and we get under the hood of the calendar, and then we also take a look at one other topic that is related to our chart and how to read it and how to be sometimes predictive with the information. We do some profiling on some other people in our lives, and we just have a whole lot of fun, kicking the woo, which is great. I love to be able to do that. All right, so here we go. We start off with Aries because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. That's also why my new offering is going to be available starting the 20th of March, because that is the beginning of the astrological year. So Happy New Year coming up. All right, so Aries is the first sign. Aries is the zodiac's puppy. Aries energy is so fast and so active and so impulsive and so ready for whatever the smell is. Like if you think about a puppy, its brain is constantly expanding because everything is new, everything is exciting. There is so much energy around an Aries moon. So that's a great time to get shit done. Aries moon is fantastic for knocking shit off that to-do list, especially if it's little short tasks, because where Aries is not as strong is in the follow-through, the long game, the how far out into the future can we take this project. So if it's a big picture project, not Aries moon. If it is a quick to-do list thing, Aries moon all day. Then we move into the Taurus moon. Taurus is the one you want to go to for those big picture projects. Taurus is great at long game. Taurus is great at investing. Taurus is great at knowing where there is value and where investing is going to pay off. Taurus is great with money. Taurus is great at throwing a dinner party and helping people feel nourished and well fed. Taurus is a fantastic host. So those are the kinds of activities that you want to do under a Taurus moon. Then we've got our Gemini moon. Gemini is a chatty mofo. As anyone who has ever known a Gemini ever knows, you don't actually have to ever say anything. The Gemini can have all the conversations and all the points of view, whether you're there or not. They love an audience, but they don't actually need you in order to have a conversation because they are, in fact, a dual sign, and that means they can just chat to themselves. Under a Gemini moon, I know I'm not going to sleep as well because a Gemini likes to chat, and I have a very active mind that will always yes and that chatter. So under a Gemini moon, I'm going to be more likely to struggle with my sleep. I'm going to get on Clubhouse and I'm going to be of service and answer questions because I can do it for hours without there being any kind of fatigue, because that's stuff that Gemini is so great at. Gemini is fantastic at communication, at music, at lyrics, at a little short travel. Like if you could take a little trip, like just within a tank of gas drive, Gemini moon is a great time to do that sort of thing. And also anything that involves siblings or people that are in your close network like that. Then we've got the beautiful sign that I have, which is Cancer. Cancer moon. I don't have Cancer moon. I'm a Cancer sun. Cancer is everybody's grandma. So we had we started off the zodiac with everybody's puppy, with the Aries energy. When we get to Cancer, we're everybody's grandma. Cancer loves home. Cancer loves a pillow. Wait, hang on. Can I show you how many pillows? How many pillows? And then there's seriously 10 more in the living room because that's where I like veg out. And so there's like all the pillows, all the blankies. Hang on. Yep, there's a blanket up over there in the corner. There's all the things that make you feel comfortable and well cared for. So Cancer is also incredibly sensitive to everybody else's emotions and their vibe. Cancer has that sixth sense. There's just an intuitive thing that you can't argue with. Meaning if the Cancer is feeling like, no, this is not okay, that Cancer is not going to be able to come out of that shell. This is why I say don't RSVP to a party that's taking place during a Cancer moon, because if you at all are influenced by that moon, it's going to be really hard to people because everybody else's energy feels like a lot. The way I remember this is if you think about that Cancer, the crab, if you actually think about that crab, all those little spiny, hairy things on the shell of the crab are actually antennae. Like every single one of those is an antenna picking up signals. And that's a lot of vibrating stuff happening. And then it reverberates throughout that whole shell. And then inside that shell is like some really tender, delicious crab meat. And you got to be like very respectful of how that is cared for. So just keep that in mind. We move over to our Leo moon, and Leo moon says, let me be seen. Look at this beautiful hair day. Hello, spotlight. Thank you for being right on me. And even when it's not on me, it feels like it's on me because I'm a Leo. I have this crown for a reason. Leo is so about being seen and looking great and feeling great and having confidence. Anything that you need around feeling confident, feeling great, loving on yourself, especially if self-love is hard for you. Oh my God, the Leo moon is going to help. The Leo moon is going to help so much. This is when you can promote more. Leo moon is when you can be braggy on social media because it doesn't feel braggy to anybody. You can send more emails under a Leo moon because people don't see that as being over promoty. It's a great time to market. So all that, Leo, good stuff. We then have after Leo comes Virgo, yes, Virgo. I didn't forget you, Virgo. Your Virgo moon is fantastic for checklist things. Virgo is a healer. Virgo loves a checklist of all the things that are wrong. Virgo is really good at the critical eye. So that is a good thing. It can, of course, be turned in on the negative, but Virgo's hardest on themselves. They're hard on everyone, but they're really hard on themselves because the Virgo can see what it is we could be. The Virgo has the ability to know where it is we could go if we would just allow ourselves that. And so Virgo is fantastic for seeing how things could be better. Virgo is fantastic for healing. This is great for some self-care, but not the kind of self-care that could be turned into, I don't like myself so much. So I'm always cautious about scheduling a spa day under a Virgo moon, because while a massage would feel great under a Virgo moon, seeing myself naked in the spa mirror, not going to feel good to me, because Virgo's going to be going, ooh, look at that, fix that. That's not okay. What's wrong with that? That used to be higher, whatever. So I really use caution on a Virgo moon with anything that could be turned into self-criticism, because Virgo is the most self-critical sign. But it's fantastic at knocking out a to-do list, getting things done, checking off those details, and putting in the work. It doesn't mind. It loves to roll up the sleeves and put in the work. Whereas the puppy energy of the Aries can get distracted and everything feels like fun and exploration. The Virgo is going to be like, no, we have work to do. This list will be gone through in this order. So that's the difference on those two, but they're both really good get shit done energy in their own ways. Then we move into Libra, and our Libra moon is all about balance and partnership. And this doesn't have to be romantic partnership. This can be business partnership. This is a great time to take a meeting with an agent. It's a great time to have a conversation with your lover. It's a good time to go on a date if you're hoping that this could be your person. Because you are going to have eyes for long-term commitment under a Libra moon. And so if you're just casually dating, you don't want anything to come of this, maybe don't schedule it on that Libra moon, because they're also going to be looking at you as a potential partner under that Libra moon. It's just going to feel like, oh my God, this could work. So if you've ever had that date that's just like, everything's amazing, oh my God, I think we're so good together, and then the next time you see each other, it's like, where'd the magic go? Well, that magic was your Libra moon. So it didn't come with you when you had the next date under the Capricorn moon, and you're just like, this guy's boring. I don't know about this. So just know that that's part of what could happen there. After the Libra moon, Libra's also great, obviously, with balance and keeping things fair. It is the scales, and so there's a lot of making sure that things are truly fair, and that everybody's feeling well treated. Libra's also very charming, so this is a good energy for doing anything where you have to charm people. Again, it's a great time for an agent meeting. Okay, or a showcase. Showcase performance can work also, because air signs are really good with talking. All right, so, and you see how we could line this up with, let's say, the abundance of Jupiter on a Thursday, a Libra moon, and then use a 3, which is perfect for manifesting and being seen and putting on a show. I mean, spotlight, yes, all day. That's that kind of energy. Great. Okay. Where were we after Libra? We were with Scorpio. So Scorpio is another water sign, so it's very sensitive like the Cancer. However, it's got that stinger. Scorpio, if it feels that something is a little off, is not going to hesitate to cut a bitch. It's ruled by Mars. Mars loves to cut things. Scorpio is unrepentant in its ability to knock you on your ass, and it will use all the research that it has done to determine that you deserve to be cut like that. And so the power in Scorpio is its ability to do that deep dive, to really go in and look for the details. It loves to pick up a rock and look at the worms under the rock, and then move the worms and look at what's under the worms. Like a Scorpio loves to get to the bottom of things. So this is great for going deep on research. The downside to a Scorpio moon is you can feel a little paranoid. If you're someone who worries about what other people think of you, Scorpio moon is going to be sure that not only does everybody think bad things about me, but they're all getting together and conspiring against me all at the same time, always. And so Scorpio moon, not a good time to go read your reviews. Scorpio moon, not a good time to Google yourself. Like, it's just, that's not a good time for Scorpio moon, because you will decide everything means the most. And so instead, come back and look at it when we're under the Sagittarius moon, which is what comes next. Sagittarius moon, great for travel, great for exploration, great for higher learning, great for publishing, great for expansion, great for exploration. All my Sagittarius people have been seriously losing their shit over the past year plus because of, quarantine life. Because Sagittarius is like, I gotta travel, I gotta explore, and of course that's been incredibly challenging. And the Sagittarius energy is all about how can I expand through what I explore, and that of course can be like through books and through courses, but the Sagittarius fire energy really likes to be out and about. So saying yes to an excursion under a Sagittarius moon, beautiful, chef's kiss. Then after Sagittarius, we move into Capricorn. Capricorn is another earth sign like Virgo, like Taurus. It loves to roll up the sleeves and put in the work. It doesn't mind. It will not whistle while it works because Capricorn is too serious to whistle, ruled by Saturn. So it's all about the business. It's all about the systems, all about the structure. It is all about those things that require us to have order, to get all the things done. Capricorn is fantastic for knocking out shit on your to-do list. It's not so great at communicating what needs to be done, so not so much collaborative stuff, but things that it can do on its own. That's a great energy for the Capricorn moon. Under Aquarius moon, you want to do things that are community-based. You want to do things that are innovative. You want to do things that are technologically scary, maybe. If you're someone who's a little technophobic, under an Aquarius moon, you are going to feel more confident using technology, exploring some of these platforms that are new to you. You're going to love going into Clubhouse and listening to things because you're able to feel a little more confident using technology to bring a community together. That's what Aquarius is all about. And also a utopian society. Aquarius loves dismantling the patriarchy. And Aquarius does not give a fuck what you think. It lets its freak flag fly in beautiful ways, and Aquarius really is detached from what you may think of it. And so that's a great energy for, especially if you're someone like me who's a Cancer, who is very attached to what other people think of her. Good thing I have all this Libra to help offset that, because Libra also doesn't care as much. But oh my God, the Cancer, sweet Cancer. Oh, it's okay, baby. That I use my Aquarius moons to remind me not to be so attached to things or people or ideas, or like I challenge everything I believe and know under an Aquarius moon. Then we have finally the last sign of the zodiac, and that is Pisces. Our Pisces moon is, how do I put this? Pisces is not really here. Pisces is in another world. Pisces has left the building. Pisces is like, being human is interesting, but it's so much more interesting to be a spirit. It's so much cooler to commune with nature, to connect with water, to get high, just to fantasize. So Pisces moon, don't schedule anything work related unless your work is getting high and making music, because you'll be great at that under a Pisces moon. But Pisces, not so great with the details, the timing, the keeping a schedule, having any kind of order. It's just, these are not Pisces things. So you see, I love to lean into each of the moon signs by their strengths, and really rig my calendar in favor of all the things that it is going to be strongest to do. So with this information, we've got 3 things: the days of the week and which planets rule them, the numerology of each days, and then the moon sign of each days. Knowing that, what kind of activity would you like to be able to do so I can tell you the best combination for it? Or do you want to tell me what you are going to be doing with this information now that you have it? I will take a sip and hydrate and find out in the comments. Jennifer says, I love my You and the Stars report. Thank you, Bon. Jennifer, I am so glad. I had to write you especially because you and I share some really interesting natal placements. And so there were a couple things that I was like, oh my God, I gotta tell her. I know how hard this one is right here, but also, you know me and you see how I've been able to make this work. you can too. So I hope that was okay that I got a little personal on that. I assume when somebody wants a You and the Stars report that they are inviting me to get a little personal, but it was so incredibly interesting to see in your chart so much that's also in mine. I'm so glad to know that you love it. Yeah, gets you in trouble, says Lenka. Yeah. True for the Geminis in my life, says Katie. Yes. Did I miss Aquarius? No. And if you did, replay. We have a replay. Hashtag replay if you're watching a replay. Katie says, I'm changing the date of our coaching appointment. Awesome, Katie. Yeah. Okay. All right, Katie. Katie and I will now coach on a totally different day. All right. That's fine. We can do that. Awesome. Oh, I'm glad, Jennifer. I'm so glad. Yeah. You, girl, when you got that many retrogrades, like, whew, that's a lot. But secret weapon to having that many natal retrogrades is that when things go retrograde in the day-to-day, which every year we have multiple planets going in retrograde, and obviously with Mercury that happens 3 or 4 times a year, you're not thrown off by it. You're like, I came born into this, I'm good, give me the retrogrades. Stephanie says, loving this, need to schedule headshots and a production meeting for the 4 web series episodes that didn't happen in 2020. Okay, Stephanie, let's do those separately. All right, so Stephanie, let me see, can I put Stephanie's comment on the screen? No, I cannot. Good to know. All right, thought I could. Cannot. All right, that's fine. So let me just bring it over here where I can see it better. Stephanie says, need to schedule headshots and a production meeting. All right, we're going to do these separately. So headshots, Stephanie. Everyone, what's the moon under which I want you to schedule headshots? You got 12 choices here. You got a 1 in 12 chance of getting this right. Obviously, you can do anything you want anytime. We have free will. You can do anything you want anytime. Doesn't matter. But. Yeah, I was going to say, Katie, I don't think you could have scheduled our appointment under a Pisces new moon because that's happening on a Saturday, and I don't see coaching clients on a Saturday. So I think you're good. Leo, Stephanie, that is correct. That's right. You want on a Leo moon to schedule headshots. You're going to look great. What's the day of the week that would be most favorable for that headshot shoot? Based on what I told you about the planets that rule each of the days. And again, you can do whatever you want. There are just some days that are more ripe for the kind of activity that you're looking to do. Yep, Liana got that Leo moon. Yeah. Liana, an Aries moon for shooting headshots could feel a little impatient. And if you're someone who gets easily rattled by like a photographer going, oh no, let's use the, oh no, I want this outfit. No, let's change that. Let's put on more makeup. Let's do more things. You could get rattled under an Aries moon. So just keep that in mind. And Stephanie got it. Friday, it's Venus's day. That's right. Friday is Venus's day. And on Venus's day, you are beautiful. You are valued. You are money in the bank. And so if you can find a Leo moon on a Friday, that's going to be a really good headshot day. What numerology would be best for a headshot shoot? You got 9 options to choose from here. And again, there's no right or wrong. There's just days that are going to be more aligned for that thing. Yes, Friday, says Stephanie. Yes, I got 2 Stephanies back to back here. Yes. That's right. If you can find a Friday Leo moon under what numerology, then you got like the trifecta. You seriously have all 3 things working for you. And there are a couple different numerology numbers that'll work really well for headshots. Let's see. We've got the 1, starting new things. We got the 2, doubting yourself. We got the 3, manifestation, being seen, collaborating, performing. I like 3 a lot. 4, hard work. I don't hate it. 5, having fun, putting on a show. Yep, being seen, being frisky. That could be really fun for a headshot shoot. So far I like a 3, I like a 5. 6 is repair, get your house in order, health and home, probably not. 7, definitely not, because a 7 is introspective, navel gazing, spiritual, no people. 8, butterfly emerges, likes to be seen, stretch those wings, leadership positions, great time for a headshot shoot, you bet, especially if confidence is lacking otherwise. And then a 9, closing things off, endings of things, no, not so much, because headshots need to feel like they are coming with you into this new space. So there's 3 good numerology days. Yeah, 3, 5, and 8. Right. Awesome. So Stephanie, you've got what you need to do for your headshot session. Let's look at the other thing that you wanted to talk about. For the production meeting for the 4 web series episodes that didn't happen in 2020. Production meeting. All right, so production meeting, group of people meeting on a collaboration, right? A project that involves a lot of moving parts. So as producer, you know that it's not just talking about the script. It's talking about the script. It's talking about the budget. It's talking about the locations. It's talking about the casting. It's talking about the catering. It's like all the things. Okay, so that's a lot of talking, and that's very different people coming together. So what are some things that we would look for moon-wise that bring people together in ways that they can talk with ease? I'm going to look to my air moons because air signs are best at talking. So that's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then what do each of these 3 air signs specialize in? Gemini can talk to itself. It doesn't need anybody else in order to have a conversation. Libra wants to talk one-on-one. Aquarius likes to serve the collective. That's a group. I like an Aquarius moon for group meetings. So great, we got the Aquarius moon is what we're looking for the meeting in which most people will share their thoughts and feelings toward a greater good for a project. Done. Aquarius moon, love it. And people won't take things personally, like over much. That's fantastic because Aquarius doesn't have attachment to those kinds of things. I mean, it can, but generally Aquarius on its own, no. But obviously we have so many things in our charts when we're born, so we can take things personally and still be an Aquarius, but we take them personally for other reasons, probably our rising sign, maybe our moon. Anyway, not the point, Gillespie. So the numerology that I would look for a group gathering, 1 could be good. It's starting things. This is obviously something that's already in progress, but I don't hate a 1. Definitely would not meet up on a 2. I would meet up on a 3, maybe. That's a little more end product number than in progress, but it could still be a good one. 4, I like a lot because that's putting in the work, rolling up the sleeves, getting shit done. I think that's a fantastic energy to even keep people focused. That 4 energy, I like that a lot. 5 is performance and being seen and playful and frisky. That might be, depending on the personalities of the people involved, might not be the tone you want. It may be exactly what you want. Depends on how much your stuff needs to feel like a party. And then the 6 day, health and home and repairing, getting your house in order, domestic issues. Sometimes a production meeting can be like a family coming together, and especially if you're trying to repair what didn't get done in 2020, that could work. A 6 is good. 7, no, again, introspective, no people, spiritual day. 8, power, being seen, stretching the wings. I don't know if I like an 8 for a team meeting because you may have everybody's feeling like a Leo all of a sudden, and do we want that vibe during a meeting where we're trying to collaborate? The 8 could be sticky on that, and the 9 is closing things off. That's a great time to meet for the last meeting that you're going to have, but if you know that this is a first in a series of meetings of picking things back up, maybe not so much. And then what day of the week lends itself to the type of meeting that you want to have? Sunday is Sun's day. That's ego, probably too individualistic for a meeting. Monday, Moon Day, would not meet on a Moon Day. Tuesday, Mars Day, good at initiating, good at starting things, good at forward thinking, assertion. That Tuesday's pretty good. Wednesday, Liana, you got it. Yep. Yeah, Stephanie, Tuesday's good. Wednesday's good because Wednesday's Mercury's day. It's great at communicating. It's great at sharing thoughts and feelings and how we're going to get things done. So that energy really lines up well for that. Thursday is Jupiter's day. So that's prosperous. It is abundant. It is a little indulgent. So just make sure that you don't overreach with some of your goals, because on a Thursday, you could decide that you have the ability to do a lot more than you actually have the ability to do. Friday is Venus Day, love, values, beauty, money. That could be a fine day to take a meeting. It has a little more romantic vibe to it, but I'm cool with that. And then Saturday, Saturn's Day, structure, order. If your team lacks structure, if your team needs order, if systems are where you're lacking, meet on a Saturday. Those systems will start to come together. Do you have options? Stephanie, I think you do. Nancy, new to acting world, being an Aquarian right now is tough in the tech world. Nancy, I bet. Oh, I bet. Yes, and Nancy says, I drink on all the days that end in Y. Yes, I used to do that too. Yes, I was like, it's never a bad day for well, I started to say whiskey because that just sounded better in my head, but I was not a whiskey drinker. I was a vodka drinker. Vodka and wine. I used to joke, I drink water, wine, and vodka. It's also in Russian vodka, it would have that sound. Yeah. You're welcome, Stephanie. Absolutely my pleasure. What last questions might y'all have about the Woo calendar or how you can go deeper with me if you want your own You and the Stars report? If you want to jam with me monthly in the Aligned Advantage membership, if you're very excited about the new Woo calendar that I am making available, coming up on the 20th of March. And now that I've said it out here in front of the world, I'm going to have to do it, which means I got to get in the creative cave, do some Canva-ing. I'm so excited. I have to reshoot some videos. I'm super excited. I don't know, Lauren. I don't do the Chinese calendar at all. That is something that is outside my zone of genius. So I don't know. I would be curious to see what patterns overlap, though. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Liana says, I'm Aquarius, and Wednesday's been my favorite day as long as I can remember. Now I get it. Right, Liana, because that ability to communicate effortlessly and without a lot of attachment to meaning and just being able to express is already baked into who you are. And that, of course, is what Wednesday aligns for. This month's Aligned Advantage topic, or have you chosen it yet? Yeah, Stephanie, we are going to start a 3-month deep dive on chart rulership and essential dignities. So this month we are going to dive in on who is your chart ruler and are they in good condition? And we're going to go pretty deep on what good condition means for your chart ruler. And take a look at what that sets you up for advantage-wise and what that means you might be fighting against. So we will kick off at least a 2-month, possibly a 3-month long deep dive on essential dignities and specifically your chart ruler. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. We're basically going to go, here's your good guy, here's your bad guy. Knowing that, can you go through the calendar every month and know what it is that you need to set yourself up for success-wise? Like, where do you have a lot more power and where do you maybe not have as much power as would be helpful here? And what does that mean? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. Thank you, Lenka, for sharing the link. It looks like we have no more questions coming in. So I will wrap it all up, you beautiful people. I'm excited. Tomorrow I am going to be doing a turn signal, going into my casting persona rather than my astrologer's daughter persona or self-management for actors persona. I'm going into my casting persona. I will be doing a clubhouse room with Bernie Sue and some major TikTok stars on Wednesday, because we are going to be talking about casting using TikTok and the revolution in casting in blockchain-like ways. You know, it's like the Bitcoin of casting. We are decentralizing the casting process, and it is amazing, and I'm here for it. It is so Age of Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Amelia says, does that have anything to do with bonifications and maltreatments? Yes, Amelia, it does. It does. We will take a look at your benefics and your malefics. Yes, we kind of have to get into, how do I want to answer this? We kind of have to get into, like, I don't want to go too deep in some of this because it can get a little like, oh crap, this is everything that's wrong rabbit hole. So really what I want to do is get into, where do I have a hidden advantage and how can I lean into that? And where can I just be aware that here's something that is a little more of a struggle for me, and it's not going to be any like, surprise, this is a struggle for you. You're like, yes, that now explains why that is a struggle for me. That kind of thing. So, but yes is the answer to your question. Yes, that is part of where we will go over the next 3 months. Yes, 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 yes. I know, I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. Cool. All right, you beautiful people. I hope to see you on the Clubhouse if you are a Clubhouser. And don't worry, those of you who are not on it yet, don't stress. Don't get FOMO. Don't let that happen. Like just know that we are having conversations there that we will continue to have out in the world in front of everyone. This is the same for any social media platform. Here I am talking about TikTok. Don't even have a TikTok account. Won't. I read the terms of service on TikTok. I will not have a TikTok account. I'm just not interested. Not my thing, not my speed, but I can cast using it. And we're going to talk about that. So if you are a TikToker, then you go, boop, advantage me. And if I'm not a TikToker, I'm missing out. No, you're not, because it's already not something that you are aligned to use. So don't bother. Don't make yourself learn a thing that was already not lining up with you. You've got opportunities that align with your stuff. Michael, it is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific, I believe. Did I write it down on here? I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't write it on my analog calendar, and so it's on my calendar in my other computer. But yeah, I believe 4 p.m. Actually, if you go to bonniegillespie.com/events, I have it there. Let me put that in the chat. Hold, please. If you go to bonniegillespie.com/events, you will see when I'm doing all the things, because I try to put it there. Yep, you bet, Nancy, you bet. Yeah, I think we get into a space of like, oh, I have to chase all the things. There's an opportunity over there. I have to do that. And self-management for actors and all my work is about do what works for you and find the people who are going to intersect with you organically, doing the thing that lights you up, because you want to be seen doing things that light you up, and you're doing things that light you up in the places that feel good to you. Making yourself go over to a platform that is so not your thing is just going to show you at maybe your worst, because it is going to show you struggling and feeling not great about this shit that you've had to make yourself do because there's opportunities happening there. And is that showcasing you in the best light for your potential buyers? I think not. Just don't. You're not chase everything. I will tell you right now, my perfectionists and everyone else, you are never going to read every article you have bookmarked in your browser. You are never going to open every PDF you have downloaded from the internet. Give up the dream. Give it up. You are never going to answer every email that you currently have flagged to remind you to answer. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo. Never, never, never. You will not. You will not. So let it go. Do the shit that lights you up. Hug yourself, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me for another fabulous woo experience. I love the woo live stream so much. This, of course, lights me up. I love having these conversations. I love empowering y'all with information that hopefully you can take and use in your own calendar and your own life so that you can have more success, more joy, more ease. Because come on. Life can be hard enough as it is. Let's find ways to make it work in our favor. Like, this is how I appear to be superhuman and in all the places all the time. I am not at all. I take lots of downtime. Love my downtime. I specifically align it with the calendar. And now you can too. Bum, bum. All right, you beautiful people. Till next time. Stay ninja. Love y'all.